My name is Mariana Torres, and I was part of the team that helped establish the Pathways to Justice Careers program. It is a program that was driven by a grant that was awarded by the Department of Labor back in 2016. And the grant was created to introduce at-risk youth or opportunity youth to criminal justice, emergency service, and legal service careers specifically. We worked with the youth to do that in a variety of ways. One of the ways that we did that was through workshops that we would host and allow different areas of law enforcement, emergency service, and the legal area to come in and speak with our students and give them an opportunity to learn a little bit more about areas in law enforcement that they could get into that are not necessarily just patrol. The summer work experience provided students with an academy that they would go through. It was a 3-week academy. Throughout those 3 weeks, we would have individuals come in, learn even deeper about what those careers are like. It also provided them with an opportunity to ask questions. A few of the times with the law enforcement one, Sheriff Penzone even came in and provided the students with an opportunity to ask any question they felt like asking. And I think that really kind of opened up the opportunity for these students to really feel a level of connection and a level of being heard. One of the most important pieces is for us is that we told the students that we value their time and one of our ways of showing that, and part of the grant was to provide them with that work experience, and that work experience was paid to the students, and that was an opportunity for these students who were, from high crime, low income areas to be able to participate in something positive without having to worry about, getting that summer job. MCSO was the first one to jump on board. Soon after, we had Phoenix PD and DPS, and these were all thanks to connections from the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office.
We provided a direction and how this thing would be developed and how it would connect with the community. You see the direction of what's going on in the world today, and it's been a very disconnect between the youth and law enforcement. And one of the best ways to try to alleviate all the tension that's going on with the community and the youth and law enforcement is to get to know them. We're providing them opportunities that they didn't even know existed. We're also creating partnerships and friendships within the youth and law enforcement that they didn't want to have anything to do with. And as time has gone on, the walls that were standing strong when we first started this was starting to topple down. As a result of that, not only have we hired some of these individuals, but other agencies that have been involved in this have hired other individuals to be a part of their departments.
When you go into a classroom with a group of youth and they're anxious and not quite aware of what's going to happen, and then they maybe have a little more anxiety over the fact that they're in a class with a group of law enforcement officials, they're a little more reluctant and not quite as involved. And then after 3 weeks, you can't help but personalize it. They can't help but understand who you are as a person. And you develop a relationship that probably nobody expected. We try to get into dispelling the myths of law enforcement. Just through the relationships that were developed in the program, we were able to expose the youth to what we do in law enforcement and that we're just people like they are.
I think this program is very important. The reason why is because it gives them an opportunity to get to know the person behind the badge. It gives them the opportunity to see a different side of an officer that they may have perceived differently in their lives in a negative way. And by having these relationships and building these bridges and these gaps, by having these relationships, it gives people a different perspective because you start to connect with people on a one-on-one and they get to know us as a person.
Hello, my name is Ana Avila. I am a second year at Simpson College in Indianola, Iowa. My current plan is to major in forensic science and biochemistry. During the 4-week program that I took in the summer, we covered topics that range from different careers that were available to us in law enforcement, not just your typical officer that we see. One of my favorite memories was touring the MCSO Forensic Lab because, like I said, I am planning to major in forensic science. So it was nice to see what a real-life working environment would look like for me. Recently, law enforcement has been under fire, and for very valid reasons, but this program has definitely given me the opportunity to see a different side of law enforcement. Just being able to sit down with an officer and just have a conversation with them. I would definitely recommend this program to students. It gives them a different outlook on law enforcement, as young adults and teens tend to have a negative view on law enforcement. It helps mend that bridge between the two communities, because us as young adults, we are the future, and if we plan on wanting a better future for us and the generations to come, I feel like it's important that the two communities come together to help reach that goal.